Should you get into a relationship because of money, because of love? Am I truly in love with this person, or am I just afraid of being alone? Let no one tell you don't deserve it. You deserve better. You deserve the best and the best things of this life. You deserve to have a happy relationship. You deserve to have a happy home. And so if you're in a toxic one, get out. Quick story. I had a friend called Sharon. She's still my friend anyway. And she was a young lady who had a relationship. And she was so afraid of being alone in that relationship. She was so afraid of what people would say, despite the fact that her fiancé was showing all the red flags. I mean, all the things that you wouldn't want in your relationship. Sharon's fiancé was showing it to her. But she still decided to stay in her relationship. She kept praying and hoping that things will change. In fact, she said to herself, hey, don't worry, when we get married, he will change. And so they got married. Beautiful wedding, and everyone came. And life after the wedding started. But guess what? A few years down the line, Sharon's husband never changed. In fact, he actually got so much worse. And so after a few years of marriage with 3 beautiful kids, Sharon had to file in for a divorce because she couldn't take it any longer. She filed in for a divorce with 3 kids, and that was how a beautiful, what she thought in her mind should have been a beautiful, happily ever after, ended. So, imagine being a single mom with 3 kids in this age and time. What she would have prevented many years ago, she closed her eyes to it. And so, hello people, hello. This is Issues of Life. I am your host, Ruth, and I am welcoming you to this space where we have real life and honest conversations about faith, relationship, and your personal growth. And I'm sure from the story I just said or I just explained, you already know where this episode is going to. You know what we're talking about today. So, happy Valentine to you all. Even if you got vow or no vow, happy Valentine. And I'm excited about today's topic because actually the whole of this month we will be talking about love. Okay, we'll be talking about relationship. So love is in the air and everything going up and down. But just as love is in the air, there is pressure in the air. Yeah, pressure to be in a relationship, pressure to stay in that relationship, pressure to ignore the red flags that relationship is currently showing you, pressure that you don't want to be left out. But tonight we are having a discussion that we hope will break that circle, because we'll be looking at a few questions that a lot of you are afraid to ask yourself. And so even if you are listening to me right now, you're getting ready for that Valentine dinner or that date or that that place you're going tonight, that, I don't know, wherever it is, restaurant, karaoke, comedy night, wherever you have decided to spend your Valentine, please listen to this episode before you run off, because there's a question that I know you have been avoiding, but tonight you would answer that question before you go out. And what is that question? Are you in love or are you just settling? Yeah. Are you holding on to that relationship because you truly believe that that person is the right person for you, or because you do not want to be alone, or because you're afraid of what people will say? So to get the answer to this question and many more questions, I encourage you to sit back, relax, because this month we're talking all about relationship because it's Valentine's Day, it's Valentine's season. February is considered a month of love. And so we will take a little bit of our theme song, and then when we come back, we will continue this conversation. We will kickstart this conversation. So please, please, please don't go anywhere, especially all my single ladies and all my single guys. Do not run off. We'll be right back. For your mercy never fails. Welcome back, welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is Issues of Life, a safe space where we have real life conversations about real issues that we face on a daily basis. And today we are talking relationships because, of course, it's the season of love. Our inspiration for today is from the book of John. It's actually from the Bible. John chapter 15, verse 13. And it says, "Greater love had no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends." Greater love had no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Jesus has shown us the greatest love of all. Nobody else can equate to the love that our dear Jesus and our Heavenly Father has shown us. So whatever you do, whatever you're going through, have that at the back of your mind, that someone has shown you the greatest love of all. So wise love is everywhere, from the proposals that will be going on that actually happened since this morning, candlelight dinners that will be happening. The social media is flooded with pictures of happy couples, engagement rings and anniversary celebrations, the whole thing going around. So for some people, this season or this day brings joy. It's a day to celebrate. It's a day that to be excited about. But for others, it's a day of reflection because it stirs up those questions that they have been trying to avoid. And what is that question? Am I truly in love with this person, or am I just afraid of being alone? Am I just managing this person? Am I just settling with this person? How do you know that you are settling with this person? How do you know if you are actually in love or if you are settling with this person? And what does it mean to wait? We say wait. Don't settle for the least. Wait. Yeah. What does it mean to wait? Without feeling like you are missing out, without feeling like you are late and your friends have all gone ahead. Now, let's be real. Have you ever been in a relationship, or do you know someone that has been in a relationship where you know it deep down within yourself that something just doesn't feel right? You have that gut feeling. You feel it every day that something is just not right about this relationship, but you're still holding on. You are still hanging on. Maybe you're telling yourself, oh, he will change. Oh, she will change. Or you're just consoling yourself with, at least I got someone. At least I got a friend. At least I'm not alone. Or maybe you're just ignoring the red flags. The red flags are right before your very eyes. They're staring at you, just like my good friend Sharon. And you are ignoring those red flags because you are afraid. You are afraid of what people will say. You are afraid that you don't want to be considered a single lady all over again, or a single guy. You are afraid of the pressure. You are afraid of what people will say, that you have been single for a long time and then you finally found someone and then they say the relationship is not working. Or the pressure. Just find someone, either from parents, either from friends, either from the church, wherever the pressure is coming from. And such pressure is making you to consider options in your mind you wouldn't have ever before. Have you ever been in that situation? Trust me, I know at one point in life, a lot of us had a mind of the kind of relationship you want. And so when a lot of people were coming, you were like, no, I'm doing the wrong. I ain't what I want. I'm not settling for this person. No, not me. I can't be in a relationship with such person, talk less of marry. But look at how it all ended up. Okay, so how did you get to this spot where you had to settle for something in your mind you thought that you would never, ever settle for? People do that because of so many reasons. I mean, time is catching up on me. I better just take the one that coming. Are you actually taking that one that coming because you are in love and you see a bright future with that person? Or you are just taking that one that is coming because you feel that your age is running off the calendar? Or because you feel that everyone around you have gotten married? Or because you feel you are tired of being a bridesmaid? Ask yourself that question before you go out on that Valentine's date tonight. So before you get carried away with all the cuteness around, all the couple celebrations, friends getting engaged, congratulations, and the love songs that have been playing, oh my God, from this morning on all the radio stations, playing everywhere. Don't forget to reflect and think about that nagging question, that thing that is deep down inside you that keeps tormenting you, and asking yourself, you keep saying it, am I really happy in this relationship? Or am I just afraid of being alone? Am I just afraid of what my friends will say? Am I just afraid that I don't want to be left out? I want to belong to the club or the clique of people that have relationships, of people that are married. Here's another story. Sarah has been with her boyfriend for 5 years. From the outside, they look like a perfect couple. Cute Instagram and Facebook pictures, matching outfits. Today they're in red, blue, nice pictures on Facebook. That's why I say do not trust everything you see on Facebook and Instagram. Cute stories, matching outfits, all the right words in public, all the cuddling and everything, the affection in public. But behind the scene, behind closed doors, Sarah is constantly second guessing herself. She is not happy and she is not sure. But she keeps telling herself, I've already invested so much time in this relationship. Me and a man been together for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years. So you can't expect me to just pack up and leave. Maybe she's saying to herself, maybe this is the best I can get. Maybe that the best that God got for me. At least he is not bad as some other guys out there. Most times we give ourselves excuses, right? You know within yourself that something is not right and you're giving yourself an excuse. Just saying something to yourself. Now, one day we're having a heart-to-heart conversation and I asked her, I said, Sarah, with the person you have become right now, if you met the same guy that you're with today, with the person you are right now, would you choose him all over again? And Sarah went silent. I guess that was the moment she realized that, I'm actually just settling. And so I'm going to ask you this very question. Whether you're a guy or you're a lady, listen to me right now. In a relationship that you are second guessing yourself. Now, with the person that you are right now, the way you know yourself right now, if that person that you're in relationship with comes again today and say, let's start this over again, will you go on that journey with that person? Let's forget about the help the person gave you. Let's assume that the person didn't help you. The person didn't pay your school fee. The person not providing for your family. Let's assume everything is fine with you. You're okay. God has answered you. God has blessed you. You are good. Everything is good. And then this person walks into your life. The person that you're currently in a relationship with walks into your life. Would you take that person? Would you marry that lady? Will you get into a relationship with the lady that you are currently with if life happened to start all over again? If you can't answer this question, then you have a lot of thinking to do. Because definitely, there is something that is not right. And believe me, you can't keep going on like this. You can't keep allowing yourself to get carried away with the cuteness all around you. With the way, look, your time and your friend's time are not the same. There are seasons in all our lives. Lives are in seasons. Lives are in phases. Just as we are all with different sizes and heights. If God wanted everything to be the same, he would make all of us the same height and size. But no, he didn't. So some people are tall, some people are short. So is it with life. The fact that your friend got married at 25 doesn't mean that you should or you will get married at 25. And so if 25 comes and the right person is not coming, you shouldn't put yourself under pressure. You shouldn't. And start comparing yourself with other people around you. You shouldn't. And so this one is dedicated to all my single ladies and all my single guys out there. To the married couples, don't worry, we'll come back to you another time, not today. But today we're talking straight to straight and hard talk with our single ladies and our single guys. And that is because we want to begin to have kingdom marriages in our land. Because the prosperity of this nation, the future of this nation greatly depends on the kind of marriages that will begin to happen from this year moving on forward. 5 years from now, if 75% of our marriages are all broken, what do we expect this nation to look like? But if 5 years from now, we have marriages that are bounded in love, with unity and peace and the presence of God. You have homes that whenever things are not going on for the nation, the homes can come together and call on God. You think God will not answer us? You think lives will not change? Lives will change. Things will get better. But that step needs to start from now. You need to make that decision now. So if you know that feeling, you know it, that something is not right, you know it. It's staring right before your very eyes. But you're still saying to yourself, he will change. And I'm 18 years. She will change when I'm married. He will change. How sure are you he or she will change? What if he doesn't change? What if she doesn't change? What if she gets worse? What if he gets worse? What will you do? And then you come back and say, if I had known. That shouldn't be the case. Now let's look at two questions. Let's break this conversation down into two parts. Why do people settle? And how do you know that you are settling? A lot of us are actually settling. We are not in love, but we don't know. We feel we are in love, but you are not in love. You are just settling for what you have right now because you feel you have no option. Because you feel that is the best that God can give you. Who told you that? I mean, he made you in his own likeness and image. He loves you so much. So why do you think that the best, what you have now, that is terrorizing your life, that is giving you sleepless nights and causing pain in your heart, is the best that God has for you? You must be joking. So why do people settle? Even though deep down in their hearts they know that I deserve better. I deserve more. I am more than this relationship. I am more. I am made for more. But yet and still with that voice constantly echoing in their ears, they still decide to settle. Why? Number one, fear of being alone. There is nothing greater than fear. Fear is something that has stopped people, that has deprived people of so many good things that God had in store for them. Fear has caused people to rush into relationships that were never meant for them. Fear have caused people to take wrong decisions that is causing them regrets every day. And so fear of being alone is one reason why a lot of people settle. What if I never find anyone else? That's the question you keep asking yourself. What if you do find someone else? Why must it be the other way around? But no, it's the negative side of life you want to believe and live in your hearts. And then you say, I'm afraid if I leave this relationship now, when will I get someone else? Will I ever get someone like this? Yeah, he can beat me, but anything he asks, he can give it to me. Like, seriously? You are more than that. He there, so he can come home soon. But my family bene, he can't play with it. Like, seriously? What if? And so you say, what if I don't find someone like this? What if I don't ever get someone like this? I will manage his negative side. I will manage the side he's not working on. But what if? What if God actually has someone better for you? The Bible says that the thoughts that he has towards us are thoughts of good and not of evil, to give you what? An expected end. An end that will bring you nothing but joy, not pain. It was never his decision to allow you walk into a relationship that will give you pain. And so if you open your two eyes, and because of fear, you walk into that relationship, you are doing this to yourself. Reason number 2, pressure. Everyone around me is in a relationship. Everyone in my family finished getting married. All my friends are all married. The community I live in are married people. All in the choir, everybody married. Brother John married. Sister Mary married. So I got to marry my people. Of course, marriage is a beautiful thing. But before you walk down the aisle with that person, you need to be convinced from the depth of your heart that that is the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. You need to be sure that for better and for worse, you will still have joy with that person, no matter what happens. And so most time people allow pressure to lead them into relationships and cause them to settle, not because they are in love, but pressure. Is it pressure from the church? We will not give you the position until you get married, and then you allow that pressure to rush you into something. Is it pressure from the office? Is it pressure from the family? The old man and the papa want grandchild. Everybody now born. My own papa and oma you waiting for? The other one and be taking care of that 1 year. When God ready go again, my pressure from friends. You allow friends to constantly pressure you with their relationship and with their marriage. Look, Fantimia will never say my fee ratting. And so no right girl in her senses is going to come out and wash her dirty linings or whatever is going on wrong in her relationship outside. She will not do it. She will always paint the good side. Oh, my man loves me. Oh, he cares for me. He gives me bread and breakfast in bed. He opens the door for me and blah, 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 blah. We have allowed ourselves to be carried away by these things, but you need to stop. I told somebody, I said, stop watching too much African show. It's not correct. Because there's too much African show. It put plenty in your head. I was telling a joke. I said, a lady was about to get married, and then she was like, in her mind, she was like, oh, okay, when you marry, the relationship, your husband will bring you breakfast in bed every morning. He will open the door for you. He will tie your sandals. And that was the kind of marriage she had in her mind. So when she got married, she was like, oh yes, I'm about to be treated like a queen. And so the first day they were going out, and then she was expecting for uncle to open the door for her. You know now. But as she will have it, uncle went and opened her drawer and going in the car and said, baby, I'm waiting for you, enter now. You see? So, look, do not allow all these fairy tales and pressure to get into your head. Number 3, low self-esteem, low self-worth. Maybe this is all I deserve. Maybe this is just who I am. And this is something that is actually affecting a lot of young people in our nation today. They think so lowly of themselves, and so they decide to settle for something way, way lower than what God had for them. You are God's heartbeat. You are a queen. You are a child. You are a daughter of the king. Why will you want to settle for a servant when you are a daughter of the king? And all you need to do is go before this king and say, Father, this is what I want, and this is how I want it. But if this is your will, please make it this way. Whatever it is, just bring it before him. Not just taking decision on your own. Not just allowing self-worth to get the better side of you. I go to school, so I will manage with him. I know book, so that the one that can, he managing me with my water side English. Then you say this, even though he can beat me or he can't come, I will manage with him. Low self-worth, low self-esteem is something that is the only reason why, for God in heaven say, you have a bright future ahead of you, and you will allow 3 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes of pleasure to totally bring darkness before a bright future that you have ahead of you. Who will want to do that when you are the daughter and the son of the king? So if you are battling with low self-esteem, it is a problem that you must address now, because trust me, if you don't address it now, even if you walk into the best relationship, it's gonna haunt you. It's gonna disturb that relationship, because you will keep thinking lowly and so low of yourself. You think that you are not the best, that you don't deserve the good things of life, or that you don't deserve to be in a better relationship, that you deserve to just manage what comes your way. No. And number 4, probably the last one on why people settle. Believing that love will grow. He will change, even when right before you the foundation is weak. You seeing that this love is not 50-50. You seeing that this foundation is shaking. It's right before you, it's staring before you. And then you say, no, he will grow to love me. She will learn and she will grow to love me. That's why I don't encourage relationships or parents telling their children to go into a relationship and say, just go into a relationship. He will learn to love you. What if he doesn't learn to love her? What if she doesn't learn to love him? And so you cannot enter into a relationship with what if. What if? What if? No. You must be sure that he loves you and that she loves you. So that whole story about love will grow, love will change, he will get better. He was single, he didn't get better. Like when he married, he would get better. You have to be careful. And you have to be sure that God actually directed you to go in that part. Because you don't want to get into a relationship or a marriage and then every day you in constant shadow of yourself. You only appear with the makeup outside to hide the pain and hurt that you feel. That if I had known, that is constantly in your mind. You don't want to do that.